Hey, what's up guys? Today we're checking out this new figure from Bandai Figuarts, that it's Sanji from the East Blue Saga. Let's see if he's worth buying, if he's worth collecting, or I don't know. Just check out this figure and I don't know. Let's see. So let's check out this packaging, these boxes, these ugly trash boxes that Bandai uses, because they are really, they are really convenient. They are small. I like that. They don't use too much space, but it's really, I don't like the design. It's really trash for me, because it's just shots of the figure, no shots of the manga, or like I don't know, with a thematic box, not just a white box with some blue color. I like the blue color, but everything is just shots of the figure, and why I don't want to watch too many shots of the figure, right? So let's start with checking out this figure first. I gotta say that the suit and all the details, the tiny details on this figure are really cool, except for one thing, but I'm going to talk about it later. And yeah, you can see the cigarette, the suit, all the buttons on the suit. It looks really clean. I don't like that thigh cut that they did. It looks really bad, like it doesn't fit the thickness of the suit or of the pants overall. I don't know why they do that. It looks like super tall boots. And let me talk about this trash paint job they did with the hair. It looks really bad. It looks orange. It doesn't match at all the box. They used the images of the box. It doesn't match it. They tried to do a shade effect on his hair, and it looks really bad. Only the tips of the hair are kind of orange, and overall it's not yellow. It's his characteristic feature that distinguishes him from his brothers, and they did a really bad work at it. And also it matches at all Zenitsu's hair. Like, it looks really bad. But yeah, that's, I think, the only gripe I have with this figure, the paint job on his hair. Overall, the face expressions are really great, are really cool. And yeah, for me, this is an 7.5 out of 10, only because of the hair. Moving on to accessories, he comes with a pair of open hands. These are your just regular really open hands. I don't know why he comes with that, but they are really cool. Maybe just for the plates, and for hand standing. He comes also with two open palm hands. I don't know why we need that. He does a pose where he praises Nami, not so very often. And a pair of fists. Again, your classic fist. Always the figures come with fists. One right hand with a cigarette. I don't know why they do that, but they can give him a pair. His faces, I think, are really detailed. A serious face with a cigarette, or kind of a angry, not so angry. A happy face with a cigarette, and you have to be very careful with that cigarette because it may fall off. So yeah, be careful, guys. Another angry face. I think the details on these faces are really cool. I really like them. And a smiling face, kind of a smirk. And he comes also with a smiling face, but with a cigarette, which is the default one that I have already on. So there are 5 different faces, 2 plates of, I don't know what this is, a soup, like corn soup or something like that. These are pocket hands, kind of weird. They are orientated, or each one of them says right or left, so that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. And yeah, so you don't have any complications when you are putting them on your figure. So I think that's really cool. I really like that. But it's kind of difficult to move, or to put those parts on him, because it's at the first you have to really see which holes does it fit to. But once you get the idea of how it works, it's not that difficult anymore. So at first it may be difficult, but then it's not that difficult. So that's really cool, that's really great, and it's easy to come off. Only thing, or only issue that I may have in the future, is that if you do these changes very often, I don't know if it will get loose over time, you know. But I will not test it. I don't wanna make some crucial sacrifices just for the channel. No, no, no. I really take care of my figures. So yeah, let me know if you have any kind of system like this. I think the Sanji from the Wano Island has this system, but I really don't know. And you just pull the hand, you just get his hand you have on, and just slide that hand in the peg hole. So he comes with a total of 6 hands, 6 pair of hands, if you include the pockets. So, well, except for the right hand with a cigarette, I would rather put that a pair of hands, you know, instead of one right hand. So, yeah, I don't know why they do that. I really don't like when brands or yeah companies do something like that. I think it's really stupid and annoying. But in the end, he looks cool doing that pose. So yeah, it's kind of cool. It's pretty cool, I guess. Pretty neat. And yeah, you have your right pocket hand and an extra face for Luffy. It's kind of a they are doing this thing with all the Romance Zone figures that they come with a Luffy face. I think all of the figures from the One Piece line come with that part. So yeah, for me it's an 8 out of 10 easily. They could do better accessories. Now let's check out this articulation on this bad boy. He can look up really well. I think he looks up really well. He has a ball peg on his neck, and he can look down really good. I mean, the head movement for me it's really decent. It's not perfect, but it's great. It's great. It's really great. Now the shoulders, they can only move that far up. It's really trash, the shoulder system they recreated. I don't know if it's the same as the Onigashima Sanji, the one they already released a couple of years ago. But yeah, I find this system really trash. I mean, if it's because they want to give him a more system like I don't know, like that it looks like a suit, because his suit is kind of triangular, you know, because of the shoulders, the broad shoulders. But it's really trash, that system. I mean, they are doing really weird systems they are experimenting with all these lines with the shoulders especially. And he can cross his arms really well. He has double jointed elbows. I think it's not that far the articulation, but I think it's decent. It's not perfect. And he can bend his arms like that way, I don't know. And for the torso movement, he has really decent torso movement, but it's kind of trashy. And his leg, well, that's kind of his waist. He falls apart really easily. He has a belt also, that's a nice detail, I guess, but he comes apart really easily, and I don't like that very much. And his back articulation, he can bend outwards or backwards really good, and bend down inwards really good. And as for the legs, they pop off really easily, so be careful with that when you are stretching his limits, because the leg may fall off. And it has a really weird system in just a plug-in. It's not really staying, but yeah, he does have a good split distance. And yeah, his legs, I think it's the only focused articulation they did. And his knees, double jointed knees, and a good range on his shoes. So I think the articulation is mainly focused on his legs. So yeah, for his from the waist to the head, his articulation is really bad. It's well, to the neck, because his head moves really well, but he's easy to pose, he's easy to manipulate. The only thing is that the legs fall off really easily. And yeah, I think, well, Sanji mostly do leg poses, leg kicking poses, kicking stances. He doesn't use his upper part too much, because that's how he moves in the series. So if you focus on the movement he does in the series, it's a pretty decent articulation. It's an 8 out of 10 easily. So yeah, he does your poses really well for the anime or for the manga. I don't know which one you see. And as far as their general articulation, it's really bad. They could improve much more, but they decided to just focus on his legs. When you shouldn't do that when you are working on a figure, you know, you should focus on the maximum potential you can get, not just focus on the fucking legs. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Now, yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, let's check the height comparison, and let me tell you that the final score for this figure is an 8 out of 10 because, well, first, he scales really well. He is 16 centimeters tall or like 6 point something inches. I don't know. I do not care in inches. But he scales greatly with other figures in the One Piece line, at least with the East Blue Saga. I didn't measure with the Yamato and Luffy Year 5. But yeah, this figure is overall great, but I think they could have done much better things. First of all, the paint job on his hair is really trash. I mean, for me, it looks like Zenitsu's hair with the tips like orange tips. It's really weird. And the shoulder system and some articulation system is really weird. We like the legs are connected in a way that they are easily to pop off, and also the shoulder system is really trash. I mean, why they couldn't give him a normal system, like a better one or a better butterfly looking. Maybe it's because they want the shoulders to look like a suit. That's the only theory I have with this figure. And the accessories could have been much better because they decided to give him one cigarette can instead of two, or they could have added a knife or a lighter or a towel, you know, so much better accessories. But I think they give him just the enough, you know. They could do much better things, and they got really comfortable working on this figure instead of pushing its limits because they can do that. So for the price range, this figure is pretty well, but they could do a little bit better. The faces are really cool, and yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. I really love this figure, but they could do better, much better. So see you next time.